Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. I'm going to do your daily mini reading for you. I'm using my Herb Crafters Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. I haven't used it very much. My father is a herbalist, so I know a little bit about herbs, so we'll see what comes out for you. It's the Herb Crafters Tarot for those that want to know. If the reading resonates, obviously, I am always so grateful for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. And if it's resonating, you're simply remembering what you already know within you. That card's already come out for you, so we're going to keep that. If it doesn't resonate, it simply means it wasn't for you at this time. There's always going to be reading out there for you at exactly the right time, as guided by spirit. And if you would like a personal reading with me, all of the details are in the description box below. So let's see. That card's already come out for you. We're going to look on the bottom of the deck. And what have we got? We've got the 7 of Air on the bottom of the deck, and we have got the 6 of Earth, which came out for you. So I'm going to talk about the overall energy first of all. This is the 7 of Air. Okay, this is the 7 of Swords. You've got here a sort of copper still, and you've got the eucalyptus being distilled into its essential oil. So what I'm receiving with this, first of all, eucalyptus is an oil that kind of cleans the senses, it clears the senses, and it allows what is stuck there to be released. So this is about sort of where you're feeling right now is a little bit stuck about the situation that you're in, because the 7 of Swords is a card concerning a situation, a person, whatever, that's making you feel uncomfortable. It could be making you feel sad. It's something that's been disruptive in your life. It's something that has been maybe deceptive in your life. Somebody has left under a kind of almost a cloud of what just happened. And so with this card, with the 7 of Swords, it's a very clear message for you, because it takes a great deal of eucalypt or any herb or any plant. It takes a great deal of that plant to create an essential oil, to distill it into an essential oil. So what Spirit is saying at this time, there's a great deal of thoughts that are going on in your head. There's a great deal of information that you are receiving, and Spirit is asking you to distill that information and to look at the source of that information and to say, is this coming from a source that I trust? Is this coming from a source that has my best interest at heart, or is it coming from a source that is connected to the drama? So that's important, because you know, sometimes distilling plants into essential oils can cause a great deal of devastation environmentally as well. So this could cause devastation if you don't distill the information that you are receiving. So it's about you looking at what is the essential things that are happening here, what is essential to you right now, what is the essential soul gift that you are receiving in this, because everything happens for us, not to us. And with this variety and excess of information, yes, information, knowledge is key in this situation. But if you don't know enough at this time, because you're feeling stuck, this is why you've got this eucalyptus to kind of clear the energy. It's a cleansing oil. Spirit is asking you not to do anything at this time, and just to do that lovely expression, the woo way, act in accordance with the way that things exist. And just, if you don't know enough, don't do anything at this time. Certainly don't do anything out of fear. And sometimes when we get caught up too much with various different stories in our minds and stories that other people are telling us, it can get very, very muddled up here, okay? And things go whirring around, and it's a bit like a sort of washing machine cycle. The same sort of concepts and ideas keep resurfacing, and we just cannot make sense of it. And in fact, your mind can never make sense of things because it only has information from this lifetime. But your intuition, your soul, source energy, divine source wisdom knows. And so sometimes it's best to actually make that statement, I don't know anything in this situation, and I'm open to receiving source wisdom at this time. And you know, it's the absence of thinking. It's the absence of comments that allows for the awareness of the situation to come in. It allows the ego part of us to quieten down, and it allows the awareness, the I part of us, source wisdom, God, the universe, to step in. And that is when the divine wisdom comes through to us. So now, the eucalyptus also is a tree that I think it's considered a holy tree in Australia, but it represents a lot of inner and outer strength because of the way it grows and it holds itself. And so this is a message for you. You have a huge amount, Spirit says, of inner strength and also outer strength that you are portraying at the moment. That is the energy that you're giving out. And it is a tree because it strips. A lot of its bark sort of falls away. So there is a lot of stripping away at this time of things that you just don't need anymore. That bark representing the old part of the tree, the stuff that it doesn't need anymore. So it is a time for you to recognize that this situation is allowing for that stripping away of what is not needed in your life anymore. And that also includes the thoughts, the feelings, the beliefs that you may have, because sometimes we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. So try and look at this as the essence of it. What is the soul gift in this situation? What can you take from this and release, strip away to the essence of it? What is the essence of this for you at this time? Because this is to allow you to grow, just like the eucalyptus strips away all of that bark to allow it to grow. And so it's sort of asking you to see through all of the illusion of what is happening now and look at the essence, just like the distilling down to the essence of the oil. So that is the 7 of air, the eucalyptus. And then we've got the 6 of earth, which is the pine cone. So pine cones are the pine. Well, the pine is an evergreen tree. It is a very spiritual tree. It represents regeneration. It represents rebirth. And the pine cone itself is a symbol of human enlightenment. The spirals of the pine cone are the Fibonacci sequence, and they are it's sacred symbol of enlightenment and rebirth. And it actually also is called our pineal gland, our third eye, is named after the pine cone because it has the same sequence, the same Fibonacci sequence. So let's have a look at this card. You've got here the 6, so this is the 6 of earth, the 6 of pentacles. It's outside, you've got the fire there, you've got the sort of boulders, the logs there, you've got this pine table with the pine cones on it, and obviously it looks like people are going to get together. So with this card, the first thing I'm getting with this is Spirit is asking you to reach out to those people that you resonate with, those people that you know are soul family, those people that you know understand you, those that you can have a beautiful soul-to-soul conversation, and there is no judgment, there is no ego there. This is those that have been sent to help you at this time. So reach out and share where you are right now, and listen to understand what's being said, because within that sacred space with the pine cones, those souls will be able to give you messages from God, from the universe, from their souls, and you will resonate and understand it. The pine as well is, because it's an evergreen as well, it constantly, this is the 6 of pentacles, it constantly is able to all the time provide all sorts of different things to all sorts of different people. I mean, obviously there you have the essential oils, it provides shelter for animals, it provides medicines as well. So it is about giving, and it's about the generosity of spirit there. So within this sacred space where you're talking, do let there be no judgment and no ego. But simply talk from a place of the heart, from a place of the soul, to try and get to the essence, to distill everything down to the essence of what the situation is for you, my darling, for you, because this is your universe and something is happening here, which is an awakening, a rebirth for you. And it's going to bring you a great deal of wisdom and a great deal of peace as well. because the thing about the pine, smell of the pine, it sort of always reminds us of home, doesn't it? Home and Christmas. It's got a gorgeous sort of almost soothing scent. The pine, just like the eucalyptus, is also very adaptable, can grow in all sorts of different environments, and in fact it thrives. It's quite stubborn too, so you may be quite stubborn. It's very strong as well. And the thing about the pine is, when you can see all of the trees there in the background, it, with winds, it bends to the wind. So Spirit is saying there is a wind of change happening for you at this time. Bend with this wind. This is a natural shifting for you, that Spirit is wanting it to go a certain way. And if you are flexible with this and not resistant, if you're resistant to it, it's going to break you. It's not going to be very comfortable. But if you are flexible to these winds of change, and you are flexible to saying, I don't really know anything at this time, and I'm going to let all my concepts and very strong opinions on things disappear. And if you're flexible to receiving divine wisdom coming in with that openness as well, you will then be able to see the wood for the trees, because you've got here the wood for the trees here. And it's also because these boulders here, and you've got the fire, there are various sort of, as I said, stuck energy, obstacles that are there at this time. But with the help of others, with a balanced approach to this, without any swaying from one strong opinion to another, and strong opinions tend to come from judgments of things as well, you will find the truth at this time. And the thank you, Spirit. The stones also represent, and the fire in the middle is either anger, it's passion, but it is that sort of life force, but it also cleanses, doesn't it? It clears. And so within this comforting, sacred space with your friends, the stones represent the obstacles. It's kind of like what's stopping you from where you are and where you're willing to go. Now, there might be a few tears at wherever as you're going through this, but tears are good at this time, because tears are the vibrational relationship to where you are now and where you're willing to go. And I feel you are willing to, willing to understand, to kind of almost retreat a bit and not take any action. And this is why you've come to look for answers at this time. So I hope that has made sense for you. I've loved using these cards, actually. It's very interesting. But there is just that thing. There is, as I said, a lot of knowledge, I think, a lot of knowledge there. Act with your authentic self. Distill down to what is the essential ingredient of this, and perhaps the essential ingredient is, what can you take from this situation? What can you learn from this situation? What can you release from this situation? Because in doing all of that and taking responsibility there for yourself, you are bringing yourself peace. And it is also lovely as well to have those around you that are part of your soul family, those that within that space can give you the messages and the help and the advice that you need at this time to make that shift forward. So my darling, again, I hope this has helped those that have come to this reading. I haven't been too bad, just under 14 minutes. I look forward to doing another reading for you tomorrow. I won't be doing a star sign reading today. Just got various things on with being bank holiday weekend, but I will be back tomorrow to do another daily reading for you, and maybe a star sign reading, but if not, definitely on Monday for you. So much love to you, and have a rest of a lovely weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.